Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be reviewing another one of Mpow's headsets. This is the one I accidentally named an unboxing video after, when it was actually for the Jaws headset, before somebody kindly pointed it out. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Mpow Magneto headset. So without further ado, let's go in. Coming in at currently $34.99 or around £27 on Amazon. The Magneto earphones are by no means expensive earphones, but don't let the price fool you. By simply going off the design, these headphones look pretty stunning. They have a really nice metallic top, with the rest of the earpieces having a nice rubbery feel that is much better than the plastic of other earphones. At the top of the right earpiece is the micro USB charging port, and that is really it for both earpieces. All of the earphones functions happen from the controls here on the wire, which is actually that anti-tangle wire that I see used a lot nowadays. From here you can actually switch on the earphones by long pressing on the middle button and also switch them off in the same way. The volume closest to the earpiece turns the volume up when short pressing it and moves back a song when long pressing it. The furthest button does the opposite, turn the volume down and skip forward a song. Why they did it in this way I'm not really sure, because it would make sense for the volume up button to move the song forward and for the volume down button to go to the previous song, but that's how they've done it, and after a while you get used to it anyway. But the middle button also has another function, and that is that it redials your most recent contact by double pressing the button. As a person that relies more on typed messaging for communication and not really phone calls, this was not especially helpful to me at all, and it actually ended up causing me a lot of annoyance when I accidentally double pressed this button instead of the volume up button when I was first learning the positioning of the buttons, and accidentally ended up calling my driving instructor. Yes, it does give a voice prompt saying that it's going to redial your previous number, but at the time the phone was far away from me and I didn't really have a chance to get to it and stop the call. Another idea that I really like the concept of is the fact that putting the two earpieces make them pause a song or end a call, and that taking them apart would resume the song or accept a call. This does work well most of the times, but sometimes it is hit and miss because the magnets do not perfectly align, which was actually pretty disappointing because otherwise it is a really good feature. This feature also ended up opening iTunes every time I put the two pieces together, but that's how the Mac handles playing and pausing audio, so it's really to blame for this. Talking about compatibility issues, as with the Jaws earphones that I reviewed last week, not all of the buttons work on all devices. They work with iOS best, with them showing a battery indicator next to the Bluetooth symbol and in Notification Center, letting you change the actual volume of the device rather than the volume locally on your headset, and doing everything else that these buttons are supposed to do without any issues. All the buttons also work fine on Android, PC and Windows Phone, but don't have the same battery indicators and don't allow the headset to change the actual volume on the device. The Mac handled the headset the worst because of its close integration with iTunes by launching the app every time I press the middle button or put two earpieces together. While everything works just fine in iTunes, minus the battery indicators and device volume controls, getting this to work with other apps happened very rarely. Moving on to the audio quality, this does have really good audio for the majority of the time. The only time it really suffers is when you're using Boom 2 for the Mac and increase the volume on it, or if you're listening to really loud music or extremely bassy music. What I also love about these earphones is that they support Bluetooth 4.1, so you can support being connected to multiple devices at once. And unlike the Jaws, you can manually set it to pair by continuing to press the middle button, so connecting it to multiple devices was really easy. Switching between the two sources was as easy as stopping the audio on one device and starting it on the other, although there is a bit of a delay before the audio starts on the second device. These earphones also do a great job at blocking out external noise really well. Whether you like this or not is really up to you, but in a noisy environment such as a school bus, this will come in really handy. I did try these earphones out while running and they did work pretty well, but the right ear did keep falling out of my ear, and that is while it had the ear supports on, because they are a little bit heavy. These were while using the smaller ear supports because I really didn't find the bigger ones comfortable, but of course this is all going to be dependent on your ear size. I also had an issue with the weight of the earpiece when only listening through one ear. The other earpiece did sometimes pull down on my ear and cause a little bit of discomfort. I know the earpieces aren't really that heavy, in fact they do feel light to hold, they are just not as light as other earpieces. But this is obviously due to all the components that it has to hold, and I haven't owned any Bluetooth earphones in the past, so this is the first time that I'm getting to use one and really see how weighty it is. Sounds great and look great and do have great features, but I just wish that these features would have been worked on a little bit more to make them work great all of the time rather than just sometimes. So you are getting a good value for money, and if you can learn to get over the shortcomings of the product, these are some really good earphones and a really good value for money.